The biggest race of the season to date, the Graduate Final. All in behind the gates, and here they come. And they're off. Goliath by Ama flashing good speed off the wings. Dragon again gets an early tap with the whip. Red Bowtie is leaving hard, as is Color Me Best from the outside. Western Ideal has come away racing in fifth on the inside. Then it's Big Tom, who rides the pylons from sixth. Royal Flush Hanover behind him seventh. Eighth is Always a Beach. Bad Bird ninth and last. Red Bowtie to the lead. And Kesmato has kicked out the earplugs already on Color Me Best, who's parked and pressing. And the first quarter was fast, 26-1. Goliath by Ama is following along third. Dragon again fourth as Color Me Best now takes the lead. And Campbell makes a move with Dragon again up on the outside. Red Bowtie is gapping the pocket, but Luke pulls him. And Luke Willett is coming first over with Red Bowtie. Dragon again checked up slightly. He's following that cover second over. And Western Ideal tips to the outside third over from fifth. Red Bowtie pokes ahead in front. The half in a wicked 52-4. Kesmato seesaw and Color Me Best trying to back him off second. Dragon again is now first over on the outside. Western Ideal perfectly positioned with that cover. Goliath by Ama has been shuffled back on the inside. Big Tom is sixth. He's third over. Trapped in on the inside is Always a Beach. Royal Flush Hanover fourth over as they pace to the three-quarter marker. It's Red Bowtie in 1:21-1. Dragon again taking it to him, and these two are slugging it out, and Dragon again blows by to the front. Western Ideal now closing in off the great trip, and it's Western Ideal who looms the danger. Dragon again cannot fight him off. He's back in second. Big Tom rough gated. They're coming to the finish, and Western Ideal powering home for Lachance. Western Ideal does it in 1:48-3. Dragon again second. Goliath by Ama finished third. And number 2, Big Tom, did finish fourth. Now heading back to the winner's circle, the newest world record performer in the sport of harness racing, number 3, Western Ideal, 5-year-old horse by Western Hanover, out of the champion mare Leah Almahurst by Abercrombie, owned by the Brittany Farm of Versailles, Kentucky. The trainer is Brett Pelling, and Mike Lachance, who will be the guest on Track Talk this coming Thursday in the Sulky. It is official, and it's Western Ideal to take the 2000 Graduate Final in a world record time of 1:48 3/5. Number 3, Western Ideal, pays 10 even, 420, 210. Second, the 1, Dragon again, 260, 210. And third, number 7, Goliath by Ama, 210 to show. Exacta 3 and 1, 25 even. Trifecta 317, $214.80. The pick 3 of 423, $206.60. In the upcoming 7th race, there are no changes. Exacta trifecta pick 3, 7, 8, and 9. In the 8th race, scratch the 1A, Lord Helmet, sick, and scratch number 5, False Alarm, also due to sickness. 7th race in 17 minutes at 9:53. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we direct your attention down to the winner's circle with winning driver Mike Lachance. Here's Hollywood Hayden.
Mike Lachance, winning driver. Mike, looking at this race on paper, you drew post 2. Were you worried at all that you'd protect inside position knowing the 1 gets away in good order?
Well, I know there was going to be a lot of speed there. They had to because all the good horses were coming from all over the track. So I just wind up having like a dream trip. But the horse was real good. Last week, he was in an impossible situation. I had to come first up and on the slow half, and it just didn't agree with him. But tonight, he just, the luck turned around, and we had a perfect trip, and the horse was great. He was strong right to the wire.
When it hit 52 and 4.5, where were you then?
I was sitting like fifth along the rail, and I kind of moved like second over. I was behind John, and so that was perfect trip.
This is only his 4th start of the year. You surprised at the time, 48 and 3?
No, because he won in 49 and as first and second start, so I knew he could go a big trip. I was mostly disappointed last week of the trip, but I couldn't judge because it was a slow half and I was first up.
Okay, Mr. Brett Pelling, we'd like to call Brett Pelling over, the trainer, Western Ideal. I asked you this week about Western Ideal. How's he doing? You said fabulous. You weren't kidding, were you?
No, he had a really great week. Everything worked out well. He got a little bit roughed up there last week, but I think it done him more good than anything else.
This horse was a big star early on at 2, took a lot of time off for an injury, and you've taken your time coming back with him.
Well, no, Blair Burgess is the one who took his time bringing him back. George, he basically said to me when he gave me the horse, just get him ready for the big ones, and the 3 or 4 months was really just because we didn't want to race through the winter, and there's plenty of races coming up here for the next 2 months.
I asked George Siegel this week. He said some of the other horses were more seasoned than he was. Was that a concern for you?
Yeah, well, he's got to prove that he can be at this level. The 2 races that he won here in 49, wasn't against these horses, but we really feel that, the horse was capable. He's got so much power, the horse, that, going these kind of miles with these horses, getting out there and beating them week in, week out, that's going to be a different story. But, right now here tonight with the trip he got, he was great.
And where does he go from here?
He'll probably have a week off, and then I'd like to come back and race him in an open and just play it by ear.
Okay, Brett Pelling, congratulations. You just won the graduate final, you and Michael Chance. And Mr. Siegel, George Siegel, we grab you real quick, George, before we go. George Siegel owned both parents here, Western Hanover and Leah Almahurst. Special moment for you?
Very special. Terrific horse.
This is Leah's last fall?
Last fall, Lee Almahurst, correct.
Okay, and this horse was a star at 2, but later on, what happened there?
He cut his tendon in Lexington, and he was out for the rest of his 2-year-old year, and he was out for all of his 3-year-old year, and he raced up in Canada last year.
Okay, and he come back at this level, surprise you?
No, it doesn't surprise me, but you need a lot of racing to race against horses of this caliber.
You told me you'd never sell this horse. Does that still stand?
Never.
George Siegel, congratulations. You're in the winner's circle with the homebred Western Ideal in 148-3, a new world record.
Thanks very much, Holly. Here's the order of finish for the 6th race graduate final. Top down, 2, 5, 4, 7, 1, 6, 8, scratch 3, 9. That's 2, 5, 4, 7, 1, 6, 8, scratch 3, 9 on the bottom. Time for the mile world record performance, 148 3/5.